Hello, everyone. How are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And thank you all for being here and for being a part of our amazing soul family. So happy to connect with you today on the 1111 portal. What does 1111 mean? What does it even mean? Everybody loves to text and connect and say, "Oh my god, I just saw 1111 on the clock," or "I saw 1111 on the street." And what is it? What does it mean? And according to numerology and schools of thought about numerology, the number 11 is the what's called a master number. Master numbers exist after the number 10. Everything below 10 is just a derivative to be reduced. So for example, if you were to go 12, 12 would not be a master number. 1 plus 2 would be 3. The 3 would be the master number. Not to confuse you, but doesn't matter anyway. Point that I'm making is that 11 being the main master number. What that says is, according to the mystics, these numbers connect us to different aspects and different portals within the universe, and also connect us to different energies. Like for example, you see the number 444 is an angel energy, right? They all have different meanings and different things, but I think what's really important for you to know is that a lot of it a lot of it surrounds beliefs that are really about group consciousness, right? What everyone has kind of invested into what it means to what 1111 means and all that kind of stuff. And really, quite frankly, that actually has even more weight than the actual um, prescription, if you will, from the mystics, because it is really the attachment that we have to something that is really truly creating the reality about it and around it. And so, with that, I want to share something really powerful with you guys that I learned from the universe today. It says that, today is a really great day to manifest. To be honest with you, I'm not so sure about that because of Mercury retrograde and all these other things, but let's manifest in our consciousness. Okay. Started to learn something that I'm taking away from quantum mechanics that is so incredibly exciting and inspiring to me that I really hope that you will also find some inspiration in it. And what I want to just kind of dangle and tickle into your universe today is this incredible, incredible thing called superpositioning. Superpositioning. It's a quantum theory. Superpositioning. Superpositioning means that every decision that you have ever considered exists in another reality and is existing in another reality, right? So, for example, every time you go, I should have made that decision, you actually did make that decision in another reality. Okay. I know it's really hard for us to get our head around, but I want to show you why I think this is so incredibly cool. So, what do you do, or what can we do to shift those timelines, shift those vibrations? The answer is very, very simple. If we're choosing to make our choices based upon fear, we are not jumping timelines. We are staying the same, so to speak. That's why so much of the world doesn't evolve and doesn't change, because they're comfortable. Even within their chaos, they are comfortable. And so as they kind of like live those day-to-day lives, they go, wow, I wonder what it would be like to be with somebody who is more loving, respectful, kind than this old person that I've been with for all these years and whatever, but I'm so comfortable there. Or perhaps even this job, this career that that I've been doing for the last 30 plus years that doesn't fulfill me, but it brings in a paycheck. And all of those times that you wondered, well, I wonder what would happen if I just quit, started traveling today. That actually exists in another timeline. Okay. So, what do you get to do? What can we do to traverse timelines, to jump timelines, to have a different experience in our lives? The answer is to choose from love. Sounds so simple, so utopian, but it is the truth. Most of us are choosing from fear. right? But when we choose from love, something miraculous happens. You raise your vibration. When you raise your vibration, so too all the timelines begin to shift. Okay? And so, what I want us to consciously focus on this beautiful 1111 portal today and the energy that is contained within this portal is to remind yourself, what can I choose today from love that will allow me to ascend to a greater reality today? So, what if every choice that you made today was just from love, not from reactivity, not from fear, not from doubt, not from insecurity, just simply from love? Okay. So, with that energy, I would like for us to dive into our meditation today and see what we can play with. Okay. So, let's go ahead and close our eyes and find ourselves in our heart. Let's just also make the intention, let's set the intention today that we're going to begin today's meditation injecting just love. Love, 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 love. So, close your eyes, find yourself in your heart. And in this beautiful space in your heart, let's begin by taking 3 deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. One more. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Now let's shift our awareness to the center of the earth. And as we shift our awareness to the center of the earth, let's imagine this beautiful energy swirling around in the center of the earth. And from this space in the center of the earth, let's imagine this energy scooping up fresh earth energy, coming up through the soles of our feet, through our ankles, our calves, our knees, and our thighs, and traveling up through all of our chakras and popping up outside the top of our head and forming a beautiful ball of light. And now switch your awareness into this ball of light. And imagine this ball of light traveling up out of the space that you're in, higher and higher and higher and faster and faster and faster. Imagine that ball of light lifting you up, out past Earth's atmosphere, out into outer space, through different planets and galaxies in the Milky Way, and higher and higher and higher beyond there, out into different layers of light, some light and some dark. Through those layers, out into a beautiful golden-like light, and through the golden-like light, into a jelly-like substance light, and through the jelly-like substance light, into a beautiful pink haze, which is the law of compassion. And through the law of compassion, you enter into the 7th plane of all that is, the plane of creation, of oneness, and of complete totality. And as your ball of light dissolves into this beautiful energy, you feel the connection, the contribution, the collaboration of all things, all atoms and molecules of existence here. So from here, we're going to ask for some downloads. Remember, downloads are just energies we receive into our subconscious, thoughts, feelings, emotions, and experiences. So let's see what we've got. So would you like to know what it feels like to live your day-to-day life without regret? Oftentimes we think about the choices that we've made. And let's be honest, we We attach a lot of pain and suffering into some of those choices. We beat ourselves up a lot. And so, would you like to know what it feels like to allow yourself to know that there are no wrong choices? You know why? Because there's always another choice. And that's where we get scared or where we get frightened or frustrated, is we say, I made that choice and now I have to live with it. So, everything that brings up for you, where you're living with choices from your past that you would prefer to not live by, but that you think you have to live by, can we please destroy and uncreate that? And would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, and is in every single cell of your body, every lifetime, and in every language ever spoken, to know that there's always another choice? You are never stuck. You are never stranded. You are never broken. You are never lost. You are never helpless. And if you don't know what choice that you have to make, you can simply say and ask the Creator, ask yourself, the universe, what choices are available for me today in this moment that would align me with love, that would align me with compassion, and that would align me with receiving and having more than I've ever been willing to allow myself to receive and have before. So if you'd like that, say yes. Would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, and is in every single cell of your body to have the courage to choose, to know that every choice is the activation of a manifestation? If you'd like that, say yes. And would you like to know what it feels like to acknowledge how courageous of an individual you are for the choices that you have made in your past? If you'd like that, say yes. You know, we always associate a choice with an outcome, don't we? We say, if I choose this, then that's what's going to happen. Or if I choose this, this is what I want to happen. If I choose that, that's going to happen. But what if there was no preconceived price that came with your choices? I don't know how to communicate that to you guys, but it's just an energy that I feel like when you've made a decision about what a choice is going to make, then you make the decision as well, right? So it's like, I'm going to make the choice to, I don't know, go home for the holidays. And by doing so, I'm going to make my family happy, right? Well, you don't know that until you've decided right then that that's what it's going to do. But what if you actually decided for yourself what was important to you and made the choice based upon what it is you're choosing that is a more vibrational and harmonious frequency for you instead of a proposed or expected outcome, right? If you'd like that, say yes. So, everywhere that you have attached this outcome to every choice instead of just choosing, can we destroy and uncreate it? And what choice do you have available to you that brings in a new way of being in your life, brings you closer to love and joy and happiness? If you'd like that, say yes. And would you like to know that it's easy for you to switch timelines? It's safe, that you're worthy of it, and that it's easy. If you'd like that, say yes. Cool. So now let's shift our energy to those who require healing today. And for today, could we just please imagine Imagine these beings surrounded by the Creator's love and in the Creator's light. Imagine them happy, healthy, safe, and protected. So I want you to take somebody into your life, somebody into this healing space that you personally want to contribute healing to. I want you to see them sitting in front of you. Perhaps somebody today who has a hard time getting out of their own way and making better choices for themselves without any judgment, but just something that you observe. See them sitting in front of you. And now, what I want you to witness in your mind's eye is a choice that they could make that may lead to greater happiness and joy in their life. Witness them making that choice. Now, watch the Creator's unconditional love and light filling up every single cell of their body and their life, their being, their choices. Happy, healthy, safe, and protected. Last but not least, would you guys like to know that you are unconditional love and that you be unconditional love, and that unconditional love is your birthright? If you'd like that, say yes. Now let's take our palms, rub our palms together. Faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Place your palms over your eyes. Your eyes are the windows to your soul. When you're ready, you can open up your eyes. Allow that energy to come into your body and into your being. Place your hands on your heart. Congratulate yourself and thank yourself for being here, for being a part of our soul family. Thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful day and a miraculous day. And I will see you same time, same place tomorrow.